in. It's going to get loud for a hot minute, so if you're sensitive to sound, turn it down. Welcome, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Come on in. It's good to see everybody. I hope you're having a nice beginning of the new year, the new #1 year, right? Yeah. All right. I got a couple new decks here. Kind of excited to use them. And we're going to get right down into it. I've already called in everybody's spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and your whole spirit team is with me in the house right now. So just know it. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What is in the cards for Virgo? Show me what I need to see. Love affair, dirty little secret, sex fix, down low. Somebody having a little secret love affair out there. If it's not you, it's them. But just remember, you can flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it. In your present right now, Virgo, recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. Okay, that's in your present. Breathe deeply. And when you release, do it with intention of getting rid of all the toxic, all the negative, you do it with intention, right? All right. Apology, arrogant, rash actions, and insincere. Somebody isn't sincere if they even do apologize, I feel. If they do. I got too many there. I'm just going to keep shuffling. Oh, all right. Blocked, moved on, nothing to say, and stop calling. This is the Hope, Fear, Challenge, and Homework column. No communication, nothing to say. Yeah, I'm going to take the one that turned up like I usually do. Soulmate, twin flame, friendship, or romantic partner. Now, the first card that I pulled out was love affair, dirty little secret, sex fix, and something that's on the down low. So with these two cards right here, beginning and end, so something about that. Okay. Something's on the down low. We're going to get a little bit more of the vibe before I get into my tarot. Hi, everybody, popping in and out. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you, Emily. I appreciate it. All right, what do we got for Virgo? First one out. I'm going to take this one, West. Something about the West, out West. Maybe you're from the West. Maybe they are. West usually in spirituality is about completions and, technically, I think it's even Eastern lore. I'm not sure, but they always associated the West with the sun going down as completion, but spiritual enlightenment, like they're looking west, right? Or something of that kind. All right, so the West, endings. It's the end of the day when the sun goes down. Okay. Yeah. I keep repeatedly see the sun on the horizon going down, literally. Like, So we're going to see what that has to do with this. All right, dream big, Virgo. Right on. I like it a lot. Dream big. And that's under recharge, breathe, let go, and clear your mind. That's when you release it, right? Because technically, when you're meditating and you breathe in, you fill the diaphragm with air, and then release it. You do it with the intent of getting rid of the vibe. So, yeah, when you release it, do it with intention. Oops. Tread lightly. Somebody needs to with this fake apology right above it. This is crowning you for a few weeks here. Tread lightly. Hold on. Show me. Here's a Band-Aid. Blocked. Moved on. Stop calling. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Here's a Band-Aid. Take your medicine. Somebody's blocked. Too bad. So sad. You don't want to deal with it. Whatever it is, I feel like you shouldn't have to. So I don't know how that's going to be with you. This friendship, this romantic partner, or possibly twin flame. I don't usually get into twin flames, but I do know a little bit about it, I guess. It's like, when you feel like it's somebody that you have a constant, like you're always working on something with them. You could be always fighting. There's like opposite. I'm feeling opposite or something there. Anywho, something is weather permitting here. Big fat maybe. Yeah, something's a big fat maybe. Are we going to see how the cards play out before we make up our minds or something? All right. I'm going to use my new Rider-Waite deck. It's just yet another one of his 100 different decks that he has. So we'll see what comes out in this deck. Show me what I need to see for Virgo. Yeah, juggling this love affair, dealing with it. It's like out of balance. Something's there. Something's coming to a completion probably with the West card over this, right? Something's on the down low. You don't really want to let everybody know. It's not like something to proclamate, maybe. Show me what I need to see. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Two of Wands reversed. Yeah, I feel like you're at, whatever this is, you could be at your wit's end with something here. Dreaming big. First of all, Queen of Pentacles down is, there could be some kind of codependency issues here. There could be some sort of maybe neglect or abandonment issues. I get that a lot with this card. Dream big, however. Somebody could be having a hard time with money as well here, right? And you just really need to recharge, right? Tread lightly. You're not making plans. I feel like a lot of you know that these apologies are insincere. I just feel like a lot of these people could be very arrogant, and they need to tread lightly. Okay, whoever you're dealing with. This one first, the High Priestess, and then the Hierophant reversed, which these two basically could sort of be that twin flame reunion. Okay, it's like some sort of counterpart that we need to work on, or whatever this is, right? Here's a Band-Aid. You know something. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. The High Priestess knows, right? Ancient knowledge as well, right? That's actually what the High Priestess is known for, right? The truth. This person could be a spiritualist. You could be seeking higher knowledge. Some of you with my North Noders out there could be tarot readers. You might be psychic mediums, right? You might have some sort of healing abilities. Here's a Band-Aid. That's funny how that came through. Yeah, here you go. Here's a Band-Aid. Deal with it. All right. The Hierophant down now is like either maybe possibly divorce, separations, right? On the other hand, weather permitting, it's a big fat maybe with this person. If they change or not, this romantic partner friendship kind of on the down low secret thing, you know? Something's a big fat maybe. I feel like this Hierophant reversed has a lot of unlearned lessons. They're not standing in their truth or on their soul path. They could be South Node, actually, I'm feeling, for a lot of them. And I just got the Ten of Swords. Yeah, painful endings. This love affair, it's coming to an end. Yeah, dealing with it. Two of Pentacles right over it, you know, juggling the energies. I'm a realist in my readings. Obviously, I that's just how I read. Everybody has their own way. So if you are a tarot reader or a mystic of some sort, please use your own discernment. If I don't see or say something that you know, then please take it with you. That's what this stuff is all about, right? But yeah, tens are endings. Tens are painful. Something in the past is really, you know, I feel like you've been backstabbed possibly over and over and over. Look at how many times those swords have been stuck in that guy's back, you know? Like ridiculous, you know? And if you're anything like me, like, you know, I'll do anything for anyone, you know? If I'm able to do it, it's done. But you take advantage of me, or if you disrespect my help or authority, I'm blocking you. You're not in my crowd. You're not my kind of people. And that's, you know, maybe where we're coming from here. You know, there could be a lot of loss, a lot of grieving here, right? Look at all that blood that was spilled. But there's still two cups behind him, and he needs to see that. And I feel like that could be you, right? You still have opportunities there. You still have, you know, this situation may not be so good, but you know, I just feel like there's a lot of disappointment. Somebody's not bossing up and taking charge in their life. I feel you're dreaming big, and as you should, right? Over this energy, whether I don't know if you're, you know, maybe hoping for the best for this person, that's very possible. But others of you, I don't think you care a whole lot. I think you're like at your wit's end with it, you know, literally. Maybe that's the tear, the juggle. Like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I, you know, that's interesting how that comes through. All right, show me. I need a bunch of cards. Whoops, the world just came out. This is going to be dead center in the reading. This is when lessons are learned. And things come full circle. Things come to a close. Completion. Right? There it is. The West. Completion, like, you know, there goes my ear itching. Usually when my ear itches, it's like some sort of sign or something, or what it used to be when I was reading. It used to happen all the time. It doesn't so much anymore. But, you know, maybe I am resonating with somebody here after all. But this is about closed doors, right? New chapters, moving on. This is the Hope, Fear, Challenge, and homework. But that's what it's all about. This whole reading is going to be around that card, right? Very karmatic. It could be a lot of, you know, things that were fated in the past, you know, kind of led up to this kind of thing, right? Yeah. Here's a Band-Aid. There is some celebratory energies in this Three of Cups, I feel. Here's a Band-Aid. Are these three celebrating that you're stopping something? That could be. But you know something. And I feel like a lot of you are at your wit's end with it. Very unhealed, yeah, out of balance and reckless energies here with the Hierophant down. Absolutely. This Hierophant needs to heal in a huge way. weather permitting. Something's a big fat maybe. Maybe you're just very undecided. But right here, being in the center of the reading, it is about closure. So is it, it's a painful, hard one, letting go of, these possible friendships or twin flame romantic partner unions, right? Okay. Um, yeah, I feel like you really are seeing how unhealed people really are, and it's very hard to take. It could be depressing. I'm sorry to say, there's a sort of loss there. That's some people here may be grieving literally from something. Eight of Swords. Somebody feels stuck, right? Is this person stuck? Well, if they don't change, they're going to stay stuck. It's not up to you to change the world. I know how Virgos are. They can be very, persistent. But when you don't really know what to do or whatever, but it's about completion here, dealing with it. The message of this card in totality to me basically is, she can't see what she's doing, right? Because she's got that blindfold on her eyes. But when you can't see something, you're forced to use your senses. Your hearing becomes way more important all of a sudden. Your like your sensations, right? So I'm feeling like just do the best you can really out of that. Yeah. Some people are in a lot of yuck from this pain, but hey, what comes around goes around. Yeah. It's just it's a universal law. It's not just some cliche people say, It's just that when we live in a godless society, as we do, you know, people don't look at things so seriously. They refuse to see it. It's like they don't, maybe they don't really want to self-reflect and see their own shadows. They don't like what they see. And that is the point of healing. Taking responsibility for yourselves, bossing up, taking accountability if, when, and where, in situations. It's a big deal, and I feel like a lot of people on this planet are going through this kind of energy right now or something. Yeah, you don't want this. You're dreaming big. This Ace of Pentacles is turned down. I feel like you're leaving it behind, as hard as it is, Virgo. I'm sorry to say. They're just not bossing up. They're not pulling through, I just heard. I don't know what that means. They're not pulling through. They're just not bossing up. They're not doing what they need to do. Are we dealing with a bunch of clowns here? Is this person a clown? If I get the Fool card, I'll know it. Ace of Wands. Yep, new beginning. Yeah. Something, like something you're passionate about. Something that's going to give you drive again. I like it. A new beginning with the doors closed. Moving on, moving forward. Looking forward. Treading lightly. This is no plans, however. Maybe some of you are winging it. Are you winging it? I wing it a lot. Just trying to get through it. All right. I'll take that as a, their apologies are shit. They're very insincere, rash actions, right? They're not at a place of empathy, like they don't have it. And then I have the King of Swords. Yeah, here's a Band-Aid. The truth. Yeah. Somebody here, this one here, I feel is taken in a couple ways. So how that may resonate with you is your discernment. But this, in a way, I do feel the logical, just king, speaking his intellect, trying to, be right and but on the other hand, I feel like this is a manipulator. So I'm not sure how you're gonna, you know, though who I'm talking about. More than likely, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. You know, this person it could be you, like laying the law out. This is the way it is. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm moving on. Stop calling or something. Five of Pentacles reversed, and then I got an extra card here, Five of Wands reversed. Yeah, a lot of people are in regret. A lot of people are in guilt and shame or something, possibly. Some people are being ostracized or were. Maybe they were homeless or are. Um, but it's not really about competition. It's just, the fighting, the immaturity, the whole, there's, you don't want to deal with the chaos. This Hierophant is not bossing up. They're not lighting the light. In fact, I do feel a lot of them are South Node. I did say that. There's no victory here, unfortunately. Trying to keep things on the down low for sure. There's a synchronicity. Thank you, Spirit. Ding, 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 ding. But it's not about a victory, it's about love or lack thereof. I'm sorry to say. It's a very hard energy that I'm picking up on. I feel like this King of Swords is standing in their truth regardless. Sorry, my hair's all over the place today. Not that you guys care. I'm going to do this again with another deck. I'm going to use my Oz in Wonderland deck. It is a cross between Wizard of Oz and Alice of Wonderland, so we're going to test how well you know your fairy tales here, or your lore-ish type stories, fairy tales, whatever. It's not really a fairy tale though, because in the land of Oz, with the big old mighty powerful one, that's like this big behind the curtain. Yeah. So, but we'll see, because I don't know, Spirit, show me what I need to see for Virgo. Yeah. Juggling the deception, the deceit, the lies, the secrets, what's hidden. Yeah, that Cheshire cat. The moon. Very ominous. Excuse me. Some of you might be feeling like there is a very ominous kind of, what was I going to say? Mood? Energy? Anywho. Yeah, the Cheshire cat always smiles, The devil that I was picking up on, always has an attractive smile. Meaning, there's always something that it's like dangling a carrot, Kind of getting that dangling of the carrot. Oh boy, half-truths. Half-truths to me are proving that you're a big fat liar, because if you can't just come out and say it, then what are you hiding, period? It's just ridiculous how people can, skate through and around and manipulate and think that they're getting away with shit. And it's just, once you know, you can't, like, unknow. You know what I mean? Too bad. Here's a Band-Aid. That's what I'm getting. Yep, the Witch. This is like the Magician card. Queen of Pentacles down, making things happen. This person is a manipulator. And they're not manipulating their own money, I'll tell you that. They're manipulating like ideas and energies, but they're not using it. I don't feel like this person is putting it towards work. Or maybe it's just not about work. I don't know. But this person, Dorothy here, just being Dorothy, right? Just being Dorothy. Dream big, Dorothy. Male or female, I don't care. Dream big. It does hurt. Oh boy. Yeah, they might be coming in with some sort of fake apology. I really hate to say it. It is painful. We got the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords on the table. These people better tread lightly. I think you're coming to, a point like everything's coming to a head or something. It is anyway on the planet, pretty much, I feel. Even in politics and everything out there. Everything's coming to a head this year. But that I feel it in this situation as well. Somebody needs to be very careful with how arrogant they can be. Now, Virgos can be a pushover very easily, you know. Um, Unfortunately, people can walk all over you. It's like you're too nice. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. And I'm serious when I say that. And I think that, unfortunately, this might be one of those situations. It's like, too bad, so sad. They got to figure it out on their own, whatever that is. Okay, Nine of Swords down. Feeling better, coming into clarity, right? I feel like here's a Band-Aid. You're blocking this person. You don't want to deal with it anymore. You're moving on. Stop calling, stop messaging, whatever that is. Maybe they're making it harder on you than they need to. See? Or something. King of Wands down with the Hierophant down. Friendship, romantic partner, twin flame. Yeah. I don't get a real good vibe out of this. I have to be honest, I'm feeling self-freaking-node. The devil energy. I really am. There's some real false prophets out there, I'll tell you that. I don't know if those prophets, if you're dealing with the prophet or if it's someone else in the collective. I don't feel like it's everybody. Let's put it that way. That they're not bossing up and everything is a big maybe. Now, if you're moving on and you're trying and then we have a weather permitting thing, maybe it's not a big fat maybe. Maybe these homeless people are just dealing with what they're dealing with because they're homeless or something. That card can play out in many different ways here. Hi, everybody. Roxanne, hi, how are you? Are you still on here? If Roxanne is still on here, let me know, and I'll give you a card. All right, so anywho, she might have tapped off. I don't see her coming back on yet. I'll just keep going until, okay, Temperance reversed. Yep. Very, very reckless behaviors. Very, I'm feeling hard behaviors with this Moon card right over it. It's over. Ten of Swords. It's over. Rover. It was fucking painful. West, right over it. Somebody live in the Midwest? Somebody from out there? I don't think West here is talking about just completion or what. I feel like it's someone's from there or something, or both. I don't know, whatever. I pick up a lot of I'm picking up a lot of vibes, like a lot of energies. So there could be a lot of people involved. Maybe that's what's throwing me off a little bit because I'm getting so many different, there's at least 3 here, but there could be like a bunch. Five of Pentacles reversed again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Disappointment, regret, guilt, could be shame. Look at the Five of Cups is being clarified and validated by the Five of Pentacles reversed. Dorothy's just trying to be Dorothy here, male or female. And you're dealing with all this shit. See, people need to wake the fuck up in this world and how they treat people. That's what it comes down to. And that's what my job is here on this side of the table, on this side of the camera, to wake people up, because these behaviors are fucking bullshit. People really need to get it together. This is why so many people on this planet are in such disarray. If they put half the energy into their own freaking life that they, instead of everybody else's, maybe people would get somewhere. I'm getting fucking pissed. There's Queen of Swords reversed. Holy shit. Bitter. Very fucking bitter. Angry. Ruthless. It's not just off with their heads. It's like win at all costs. It's brutal. I'm feeling. Holy moly. All of a sudden, it just kind of overwhelmed me. Yeah, closure. You think? Dead center in the reading. These fucking mean ass, fucking vibe people, mean girl energy, or whatever, get the hell over it and grow the fuck up. Period. Jesus, we're in 2026 already. You know? All right, show me what I need to see. That really pissed me off. I'm sorry about that. I am a high oaky empath. I can fucking put it out there. I have sass, frass, and friggin' tenacity when I get pissed. But I don't like to use it, see? I don't like to. But I feel like maybe this is the energy that you're dealing with. Are they pushing your buttons, I wonder? Are they testing how far? Almost like a child, how much they can test their parents? Is that something of the kind here? You know? There's no love here. Remember I was saying it's not about a victory. It was about love or lack thereof. Yeah. Oh, look. There's 9 of Cups right under that. It's about your own fulfillment. Right? Breadcrumbs. You just stepped in poop. Uh-oh. Well, Roxanne, you had asked for a card. So if you have a question, then just quick put it down and I'll try and pull something up for you. Out of my hat, you know, out of my bag of tricks. You don't want to deal with this. Nobody does, you know, but dealing with it is what's going on. Unfortunately, I feel like they're calling, they're texting, they're being cruel and mean-spirited. And, you know, we have so much mean-spirited people, so much of this shit on this planet. You think these mean-spirited people would be sick of it already. It's kind of pathetic. It's like, you know, there's fucking life out there to live. You want to stay stuck? You stay stuck. I'm going over there and be happy. It's a fucking choice, man. Some of these people don't feel like it's a choice. It's a damn choice. You wake up and you say, I'm going to have a good day, period. And you go and you have a good day. Some of these people dense. You know? Unhappy home, unbalanced home. 10 of Cups reversed. It's about completion. Very painful. People feel trapped. They don't know what to do. Well, what you do is you own up to it. You don't fucking keep hiding. Or whatever. This Empress is taking an opportunity and making it happen and dreaming big, and that's in your present. This Empress is Empress, right? Very creative, very abundant, very gracious, and the very opposite of arrogant. It's the complete opposite. All right. Will he become something better? Well, if you have to ask that, I hate to say, don't really, people have to want to change or do better. You can't change people, see? They have to want to. I'll give you a card on it. Give me a card for Roxanne, please. But that's immediately my first thought. Show me. All right, this one and this one like that. Okay, we got the Magician in Page of Pentacles. It's exactly what I just said. He has to, or she has to boss up and take the opportunity. They have to want to. They have to put the intent, the time, and what? Right? That's exactly what I just said. Thank you, Spirit, for validating. You have maybe try and get them in that place of wanting to, right? Because I'll tell you something. We have to create our own heaven here on earth, right here in the here and now. Right now, I'm live, right now. Create your heaven, because you creating your heaven, however that is, getting rid of toxic energies over here, doing this over here, learning that, taking in some information and learning things for armor, right? That kind of vibe, and make your own heaven where you're happy, because that's what you attract. You are what you attract. If you're negative and you want bad for other people, guess what? In the end, that's what you get. Boom. That's universal law, baby. All day long. It's diligence. It's sticking with it. And it's all about will, right? Will power. We all have it, right? In society, we're taught to not question, to not, we're supposed to be all, suppressed and controlled, and, because obviously it's not working in 2026, right? It's not working. People need to wake the fuck up. Stop dilly-dallying or whatever it is. 5 of Wands down again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you don't want it. You see it, and you're off to a new beginning, closing this door. But in the next couple weeks, however, I feel like you might have to deal with it before it actually happens. So that's what I'm feeling. I'm getting very blah, 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 blah. So I'm feeling, the chaos. The chaos has to come, kaput. It needs to come kaput. Yeah. Whew. Boy, are you coming into some illumination about this? The sun is very good for you, however. It's very good for you. Know that. The sun is the sun. But I do feel like this King of Wands in this case is, sorry, I dropped a card. In this case, all of this deception and the illusions and the secrets and the lies are coming out. The next couple weeks, it's all coming out. Some of this stuff is not good that I see in these cards. I don't like the energies with these people that you're dealing with. I feel, I don't know if they're family or not, but it's not good. And if it's creating chaos in your life, you need to make your boundaries. You need to block them. You need to move on. Right? The Devil reversed. Cannot make it up. Breaking the chains. Moving on. Some people out there are battling addictions, which I like with this in reverse. So keep on trucking. I know addictions can be very hard for people, right? My biggest addiction right now is cigarettes. I am trying so hard. This year, I want to quit so bad. I have to, right? You're love and light, Roxanne, right? He has to want to. That's what it is. Kay Wood, I moved away from them and they're mad. Yeah, well, See, this is like immaturity too, or petty. A lot of these things that we deal with. Like you're mad because, it's like then we work through these problems, right? We work through them. But either way, whatever it is for you, you're breaking chains. You're breaking the behaviors. Making these boundaries is, in fact, creating your heaven. Just keep on creating that heaven, right? Queen of Pentacles down again on the bottom of the deck. Ding, 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 ding. Yes. Very emotionally imbalanced, very emotionally immature. People need to grow up. They need to get their finances together, their lives together. Unfortunately, I know I'm coming off very hard, but it's the energies here. Again, I'm going to say it. But yeah. Whew. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Whoever these people are or person is, I wish you the best. If you stay in your love and light, in your heart of heart, in your truth, and you just stay a good human, um, you know, do your soul work. That is wicked important, right? That's what I'm all about here. I am a healer. I want people to heal. I want them to get to where I am in life right now after everything I've endured. I thought I was going to die. People thought I was going to. I actually truthfully feel like people wanted me dead. I'll say it. They wanted me dead. I had to face that. I had to come to the truth of it and I had to release it. And it's still to this day the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my entire life. And boy, I've walked a path that I don't think any of you can compare to. And it's not about, oh, I'm not trying to like one up anybody. I want you to be the same here and fulfilled, right? What came out was reversed. It was the wise woman of Wonderland. It's about integrity and compromise. And again, the number 21 here, which is also the world card in tarot. Wow, it's really coming out today. Hold on. Don't forget to flip and flop should you need to. I'm going to show it to you upright, but it is reversed. When the wise woman of Wonderland appears as a challenger, this is a sign that you may have compromised yourself out of fear. Have you been in denial about the truth of your situation? Have you sold yourself short rather than to ask for what you really need? Have you given up your dream for another because you fear abandonment? The wise woman of Wonderland is gently reminding you that you count. Claim your good and never settle for less. Be fearless and make it so. Why hang around for more disappointment when wonderful adventures and opportunities are waiting to unfold for you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't have said any different or better or, you know. Now, I don't know if you have a piece of this crystal or if you want maybe to go pick up a piece of this crystal at your nearest head shop, crystal shop, metaphorical shop. Every town has one somewhere, or most towns in today's day and age. It's called the Bloodstone. It's number 7 and it's detoxifying. It has to do with your root, heart, and sacral chakras. Okay? It's number 7, yeah. Oops. All right, check it out. Bloodstone is a very strong sign for you today that it's time for you to start to look after yourself. Try to ground and detoxify your physical body and your spiritual energy. If you haven't been looking after yourself, balance is needed now. Eat in moderation and choose foods which nourish and ground you. Also, look at what you're drinking. Do you drink enough water? Are you watching how much alcohol or soda you intake? Are you focus on what you are breathing in. Are you smoking or do you have a lot of dust or chemicals around you? Detoxifying your body can take time, so it's important that you start to make some changes today. You don't have to do anything huge. You may like to start by looking at one area of your life at a time, such as your food portions, as an example. See, this is what I'm saying. You got to create your own heaven in the here and now, right? And that's kind of what, detoxifying this, making your blockages, making your boundaries. It's all part of it. It's not just your physical body that you may need to detoxify, it's also your spiritual body. Make sure that you are not getting too drained by other people's energies. Try to shield yourself by these energies from negative or toxic people and make an effort to think positive thoughts. How you do that is intention. It's just mindfulness. When you're around these people or you're going to see them or whatever it is, you in your own self, be mindful, okay? I'm going to block my energy. I can be with these people, but they're not going to drain me. I'm not going to, it's kind of sort of like compassionate detachment. You're still compassionate, but you're detaching from the toxic BS, right? All right, I'll give you a few of my grandma's cards here. It's a regular 52 playing card deck. It's from Austria. These are very, very old, but they're in fantastic shape because when I opened them, they were in perfect shape when I opened them. Anyways, I have 3 of diamonds, 5 of spades, 10 of diamonds, King of hearts. I feel like a lot of these people through time have seriously put the energy of creating this nightmare. It's about cruelty and brutality and the mean girl spirit and ostracizing and slander, ruining people's reputations on purpose, shit like that, and staying happy. There's a lot of disappointment here, I'm sorry to say, but I think that these people leaving your life or however you choose to take care of that is the best thing for you. Honest to God, it's going to stop draining you. It's going to make you feel better. I feel like you'll be able to heal more. For some reason, I feel like there's something that this chaos and bullshit could be stopping you from healing and doing your own soul work or whatever. I don't know how that's going to play out. I got King of Spades, 8 of Clubs, and the 3 of Diamonds. Yeah, I'd be watching your money. A snake is a snake is a snake, no matter what. Cutting these people out of your life, I'm sorry to say, if they are family, it's going to be tough. And it is tough. But if they're not in your life anymore, okay, then that's great. But they're still in your energy somehow. I don't know if they're trying to come into your life, if they're trying to cast some sort of spell work and maneuver their way in. I'm not real sure, but you're all going to be different. Okay, I'm going to use my grandma's other deck. This one is German, Slovak, Italian, and English, I believe. I can't pronounce the name of it. It's Zig something. Yeah, the Geislicker or something. It's hard to pronounce. I don't speak as much German as I used to. But this would be the high priest to me. It's about spiritual development. It's about lighting the light and guiding. It's also about relationships and marriage and family. So, however that is for you, um, trying to look for guidance as well. Maybe you're researching, right? Researching is always a good thing. Yeah, now I have the scales of justice and judge here. What's fair is fair. And I feel like right now, what you need and want is the justice and everything to balance. So, but first we gotta shed that skin with the death card. Shed that snake skin, right? Shed it, get rid of it. Do your dark night of the soul. Do your crying and soul work, or punch your pillow. I don't care what it is. You know, somebody out there could be a widow and on their own, I'm sorry to say, or maybe they're just very independent, however that's gonna play for you, because there's so many Virgo scenarios. So give me one more. Sadness, yeah. This whole thing is very sad. See, this is why people need to wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up and treat people with respect and dignity that they deserve in the first place. And we wouldn't be dealing with this bullshit, right? God. I'm sorry, Virgo. It's hard for you, and I see it, and I feel it, and you know, I'll be thinking of you guys. But I do feel like this is, you know, working out for your best intent, whether you see it or know it or not. Okay? Those are your messages. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of yous. Tickle that little notification bell if you haven't already. I'm not out every single day. That way you know when my videos do come out. Okay, take care. Happy New Year. Ciao.